A huge political row over Sanatana Dharma. The India bloc divided over Udayanidhi Stalin's remark. The onus is on India, says the BJP, as it ups its ante over the remark, demands an apology. Days ahead of the special session of the Parliament, VP Dhankar bats for equal representation of women in Parliament, hints at a constitutional amendment soon. Will the government bring the women quota bill in the special session? It's a big question. The centre concludes arguments in Article 370 hearing. File affidavit, asks the top court, says the National Conference MP. Muhammad Akbar Lone must file the affidavit. The centre says the 370 was temporary and due process was followed. The driest August leaves farmers in the lurch. Madhya Pradesh's soya-bean farmers stare at massive losses. NDTV's ground report. Chinese President Xi to skip the G20 summit in India. Li Chang to attend. China to send Premier Li Chang to Delhi for the G20 summit. Biden says disappointed that Xi won't attend. And the final countdown to the big G20 finale. The national capital to host 15 top global leaders. But attention Delhi, we bring to you what's open and what's closed. Our lead story, is there going to be the women quota bill that's going to be introduced in the special session of the Parliament? That's a big question. After Vice President Dhankar, well, he batted for equal women representation in Parliament. He said that that day is not far when women will have equal representation in Parliament. And he also hinted at a possible constitutional amendment. So that big statement coming in from Vice President VP Dhankar, well, just right ahead of that special session called by the government, the agenda of which has not been announced.
वो दिन दूर नहीं है, बल्कि बहुत नजदीक है, जब अपने भारत में, इस महान देश में, संसद और विधानसभाओं में महिलाओं का उचित प्रतिनिधित्व है, संविधान में बदलाव कर आएगा.
And the other big political story, well, while Tamil Nadu Chief Minister M.K. Stalin's son, Udayanidhi Stalin, reiterated his stance on eradication of Sanatana Dharma, the BJP has put the finger on the India alliance. The Congress remains conflicted over Stalin Jr.'s remarks, and also the TMC has now condemned the remarks. It remains to be seen what the official stand of the India bloc is, but it's certainly divided. This as a BJP ups the ante.
அப்படிதான் இந்த சனாதனம்.
Tamil Nadu Minister and Chief Minister's son Udayanidhi Stalin has reiterated that he wants Sanatana Dharma, that he said was caste hierarchy, eradicated, and said the BJP was twisting what he had said as they were afraid of the India alliance. This, even as sharp reactions continued to pour in on the remarks of the DMK Sion, made it a meeting of progressive writers and artists that Sanatana should be not just opposed but eliminated like mosquitoes and dengue.
சிலவற்றை நாம் ஒழிக்கத்தான் வேண்டும், எதிர்க்க முடியாது. கொசு, டெங்கு காய்ச்சல், மலேரியா, கொரோனா இதையெல்லாம் நம்ம எதிர்க்க கூடாது, ஒழித்து கட்ட வேண்டும். அப்படிதான் இந்த சனாதனம். சனாதனம் என்பதை எதிர்ப்பதை விட ஒழிப்பதே நாம் செய்ய வேண்டிய முதல் காரியமாகும்.
As small as a mosquito and as dirty as malaria. It's a mindset.
The BJP is insisting that India alliance partners, especially Rahul Gandhi, Nitish Kumar and Lalu Yadav, must speak up on the controversy.
बड़ा सवाल आपके सामने मैं ये उठाने आया हूं कि राहुल गांधी क्यों खामोश हैं? 2 दिन हो गए. नीतीश कुमार क्यों शांत हैं? बहुत दावा कर रहे थे कि मैंने सबको एक कर दिया मुंबई में.
The Congress spoke in different voices on the issue.
Any religion that does not promote equality, any religion that does not ensure that you have the dignity of being a human being is not a religion according to me.
वो उनकी व्यक्तिगत राय होगी, हम उससे सहमत नहीं.
DMK supporters, however, say that he is not opposed to Hinduism but the Hindutva of the BJP and RSS. Udayanidhi himself has said that he would present extensive writings of Periyar and Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who had researched on Sanatana Dharma, to show its ill effects on society. With camera person Nagraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
So, well, while it's no longer about TMC or the DMK or the Congress, it's now about the India alliance and the politics of it, because that standoff between the government and opposition is only intensifying. And, well, hours after the TMC actually condemned Udayanidhi Stalin's remarks, Mamata Banerjee has also reacted to it. Listen in.
India is a secular country, India is a democratic country, and at the same time unity in diversity is our origin. So, I respect Sanatana Dharma. Because we know the rig bed, maybe he's a junior, so he may not be knowing that. But from my side, I can give my views that I also came to know views, but I do not know from which vision they have said so. I feel that they have to respect every religion.
So, well, that latest flashpoint between the government and the opposition. Moving now to the other big story. Well, the centre has concluded arguments in the Article 370 hearing. Well, the Supreme Court is hearing a bunch of petitions as far as the abrogation of Article 370 is concerned. The government also questioned the credentials of the National Conference MP. This as the Supreme Court has asked Baramulla MP Akbar Lone to file an affidavit. Here's a report.
As the centre concluded its arguments defending the scrapping of Article 370 before the Supreme Court, Solicitor General Tushar Mehta questioned the credentials of lead petitioner Muhammad Akbar Lone, the National Conference MP who has challenged the scrapping of Article 370. Lone is accused of raising pro-Pakistan slogans inside the Jammu and Kashmir Assembly in 2018. The top court asked the National Conference leader to file an affidavit affirming that Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of India and that he owed allegiance to the Constitution of India.
We proceed on the basis that he is willing to file an affidavit before our court saying that, well, he owes allegiance like every other Indian citizen to the Constitution of India, and that Jammu and Kashmir is an integral part of the country.
I'm sorry for your interruption. Another aspect, the affidavit mentions that in all public speeches of petitioner number 1, he supports separatist elements and other elements. Let him say he does not support secessionism and terrorism. No citizen of this country can have any objection in filing that affidavit.
The centre's lawyers argued that Article 370 was temporary and due process was followed to abrogate it. The centre also told the top court that Union Territory status of Jammu and Kashmir is temporary, but did not give a time frame about when statehood will be restored. Senior advocate Kapil Sibal, appearing for some petitioners, challenged the arguments put forth by the centre. He said that the centre had no power to abrogate Article 370 and its decision of abrogation was a political one and had nothing to do with the Constitution.
Because this was, as I said, this is a political decision. It has nothing to do with the Constitution. I've been saying that from day one, Malas. These are political decisions. Even 272, 273 is political.
The Chief Justice has set the deadline of completing counter-arguments by next Tuesday and will then wrap up the hearing of one of the most contentious constitutional matters in India. With Nazir Masoodi, Bureau Report, NDTV.
Moving now, an FIR has been filed against 3 members of the Editors Guild of India, a team of the Editors Guild of India that actually went to Manipur and filed a report saying that the government had turned partisan during the conflict. It also detailed the media's role, saying that the media had also turned partial. Well, the FIR is based on a social worker from Imphal, his complaint, and the FIR says that the report was false, fabricated and sponsored. The Editors Guild of India is here to respond. And our special report, with deficient rain casting severely adverse shadow on the kharif crops, particularly soybean, in more than half of Madhya Pradesh's 53 district strong state, well, at least if agriculture is concerned. This is slowly turning into a poll issue in the election-bound state. And according to the Met Department, the entire state, as on September the 3rd, has reported 18% deficient rainfall, and well, farmers are staring at massive losses.
From greenery all around to desperate farmers destroying their own standing crops, things have changed drastically for Madhya Pradesh farmers. In a monsoon season marked by low rainfall and the driest ever August. 29 of MP's 53 districts, that over 50%, have faced a serious rain deficiency this monsoon. The biggest losers, farmers who sowed soybean, a major kharif crop of Madhya Pradesh, contributing over 60% in total national production. Farmers says it's not just deficient rainfall but long power cuts affecting tube well irrigation are also not helping.
सोयाबीन नसन पीरी पीरी पड़ रही है, पानी नहीं पड़ी रही है, बदल सड़ी सड़ी नहीं रहा, पर पड़े तो फसल वे कई वे सब फजे ही नहीं है, सब पीरी पीरी पड़ी गई, कई फजे नहीं आई रही, खाली ये बोबा है, जो ये खराब भी रहा, नहीं आ रहा, पानी नहीं आवेगा इंदर देव, तो यार ढांडा डोर हाँकना पड़ेगा, कई करा साहब कटा हुआ का खर्चो 50-60 रुपया लगी गया, यो लागो लागती बेटी नहीं दे।
बहुत हो गया ना, अब इतना 2 कुंटल हमारा वो ऐसा वो खत्म हो गया था। हाँ।
और कितनी जगह पर लगाया था?
हमने 4 जगह लगाए थे।
चारों जगह स्थिति है?
हाँ, 4 जगह से।
Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan, who will lead the BJP into the high-profile state election in months, had held emergency meetings over the issue and has also sought divine intervention, offering prayers at famous Mahakaleshwar temple in Ujjain.
अल्प वर्षा के कारण लगभग अगस्त माह पूरा सूखा गया है और इसलिए अब सूखे की स्थिति मध्य प्रदेश में पैदा हो रही है और फसलों पर संकट छाया है। जहां जहां से बांधों से पानी छोड़कर अभी फसलें बचाई जा सकती है, उन बांधों से पानी छोड़ा जाए, छोड़ रहे हैं हम लोग।
पूरा का पूरा खत्म हो गया।
The Congress, the ruling BJP's biggest challenge in the state polls, has demanded immediate compensation for farmers.
शासन से, बैंक से, इनसे सबसे।
सरकार जिन कंपनियों को, बीमा कंपनियों को लाभ मिला है, उनसे वापस इनको मुआवजा दिलवाएं, प्रयास करें। 7 घंटे आप बिजली की बात करते, फिर भी घोषित कटौती करते हो। बिजली के बढ़े हुए लगभग अद्भुत बिल है, इस नाम पे बिजली काटी जा रही है।
With the rain deficiency having a negative bearing on the Kharif crop just 2.5 months before the elections, the ruling BJP leaders are concerned. The development is also slowly turning into a poll issue, though a few spells of rain in coming weeks could be seen as a saver in reducing the losses. However, the total production is set to decline this season. In Bhopal, with camera person Rizwan Khan, Anurag Dwari for NDTV.
So, well, the impact of climate change is here and now, and farmers really are the worst hit. We'll take a short break now. News continues on the other side. Welcome back. The final countdown to the big G20 finale, the Heads of State Summit, has well and truly begun. And it's now confirmed that Chinese President Xi Jinping will be skipping the G20 summit, and China will be sending the Chinese Premier Li Qiang to attend the G20 meet in Delhi. So Li Qiang will be leading the China delegation at the G20 summit. Well, there were many unconfirmed media reports, but now the Foreign Ministry of China has confirmed that President Xi will be skipping the G20 summit. And President Biden said that he's disappointed that he won't be meeting Xi, but he said he'll get to see him anyway.
欢迎出席今天的外交部例行记者会。首先，应印度共和国政府邀请，国务院总理李强将于9月9日至10日出席在印度新德里举行的20国集团领导人第18次峰会。
I am disappointed, but I'm going to get to see him. Thank you.
Well, all eyes on India's big global moment with that Heads of State Summit. But moving now to our special report. Drones present, well, a big security. They present a big security challenge across the world today. A Hyderabad-based deep tech firm has indigenously developed a state-of-the-art protection from the unmanned aircraft systems of all kinds that could cover drone threats across the border with Pakistan, China and more. What makes it unique is its wide range of coverage, even for an entire city, 12 layers of security and a unified command-control system. Uma Sudhir reports.
Live demonstration on the outskirts of Hyderabad of a state-of-the-art autonomous anti-drone system powered by artificial intelligence that can protect India's international borders, critical installations like nuclear plants, airports and oil rigs, VIP convoys, big gatherings, even entire cities from multiple drones of any kind.
Drone threat is something which is very real in the entire world. This gives us the solution against the threat of the drone.
This 360-degree full-spectrum drone security system capability, called Indrajal, developed by deep tech company Grain Robotics, offers 12 layers of AI-powered technology. It is said to be not just India's, but the world's only wide-area counter-unmanned aircraft system yet that can detect, identify, classify, track, and swiftly neutralize threats in real time from all categories of autonomous drones.
This is a proactive system. It has to detect it way ahead in time, and I have a window of 2 minutes before damage happens.
Just in the last 3 years, there has been a huge surge in hostile drone activity, like attempts to drop weapons, money and narcotics across the border into Jammu and Punjab regions, and also missions for surveillance of Indian security forces.
Indrajal gives you a ability to actually move into battle, knowing fully well that wherever you are deployed, you can get connected into a singular mesh, and once you are connected into a singular mesh, you can exercise the entire command control.
It's a clear sky behind me right now, but in the very near future, we could be seeing any number of drones flying for multiple reasons. But you need to know which is a friendly drone and which is a threat. Indrajal is promising you that kind of proactive security with real-time info and a security response within a very short period of time, because the threat life and the window of opportunity could be very small. In Hyderabad, with camera person Nagraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
So, well, drones can truly do the impossible. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Narendra Modi met Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, an AI-based company. And in his tweet, the Prime Minister said they spoke about the rich potential India offers in the world of artificial intelligence. This as India is pushing for responsible global regulation of AI as part of the G20. So, just days ahead of that big G20 summit, the Prime Minister meeting the CEO of NVIDIA.